It is June 27th, 2026. You won't see this right away. This will be posted. So it's Saturday and it'll be posted, I think, Thursday or Friday. But I had the time to go ahead and podcast today. So I just wanted to get behind the camera and let you guys know what I've been working on, because I do have some pretty fun plans for this coming week as well that I'm going to take you along on with me. But grab a hot, a cold beverage, maybe a sparkling water, maybe a cocktail, a mocktail, or coffee, hot or cold, and just come and relax with me, you guys. I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I finished this week, some things I'm working on, and plans that I have for this next coming week. So I went to go make coffee, and I was going to make an iced coffee, and hot just sounded so good. I've had a headache for 2 days now. So if I seem a little bit quieter than normal, that might be why. But I'll try to hang in there with you guys. I think it's good. I think I'm at a good point right now. I don't typically take Advil or Tylenol or anything like that. So I just have to kind of just deal with it. I do like foot baths. I've done a foot soak. My husband has given me a massage. I'm about to take some magnesium. I know that's really good. Obvious hydration, but then also like making sure it wasn't a caffeine headache. So just doing all those little things. We're at an okay point right now. So just keeping it real, you guys, just keeping it real. Okay. So if you've been following along with me, you guys know that I had some pretty amazing time in Tahoe. I went to Incline Village for Thursday night, Friday night, so for 2 nights, 3 days, and then I drove over on the back side of the mountain. It's kind of like, I think maybe a high desert area, to Minden or Genoa, and we stayed in some like a timeshare kind of thing there. It was like mineral hot springs. It was so nice and relaxing. It was still a working trip for my husband. Like he wasn't working in the area, but he was still working from home, basically. So his company allows him to work 2 weeks out of the summer at home, or like on a vacation or something like that. And so we took one of those weeks this last week. And it was so nice. Even though he was working, we still got to hang out and be together and do things in the evening. But all in all, it was just a really, really relaxing time for the both of us. And I did a lot of work on the business on Back Porch Fiber Co., which, you guys, if you're new here, my name's Laura and I'm the owner of Back Porch Fiber Co. You can find me on Instagram or Etsy, all those places, YouTube, as Back Porch Fiber Co. And then my website is backporchfiberco.com. So you can find me on there. I do also sell on Etsy, but anyways, you guys, so let's get into it. Let's get into what I've worked on while I was away, knitting like crazy and working on the business and all of that. I have a couple exciting future things to share with you guys as well. So hang tight for those. Now I'm wishing that I had an iced coffee, because I know it's going to be cold by the time I'm done filming. And I kind of just want to slurp it up, but you can't do that when it's hot. So anyways, okay. Finished object. I have 2 finished objects for you guys. One I just finished today. One I finished on my trip. Okay, so super simple, but I finished a dishcloth. This was a dishcloth that when I was clearing out my office space and reorganizing and purging, I found this in a project bag, and it was like 2/3 of the way done, you guys. So I tried to figure out which pattern it was, which I did do. I think I put it in the notes on the last podcast, but it was from the book, the Easy Crochet Dishcloth book. And yeah, so I picked it up, I finished it, it was actually pretty simple, but okay, so if you can see, do you guys see how on the sides it gets a little bit wider? I don't know why. I actually took it out. So I did it. I took it out and redid it. And it still came out the same way. And I think what happened is maybe on the bottom, I was picking up in the wrong stitch. And then maybe up top, I was picking up in the right stitch or even just a different stitch. And it gave this effect. Or my tension was just, has changed since I originally did this, started this pattern. But it's washcloth and I just don't care. I am even a little frustrated with myself that I spent the time to take it out and redo it. Because I mean, that's like half of the dishcloth, I guess. So maybe I wasn't 2/3 done. Maybe I was only half done. I don't know. Either way, but I did take it out. I just feel like it's so silly because really you're like, nobody's going to ever actually notice. But anyways, I'm just going to put it with my dishcloth. I may give it as a gift. I may pop it in my dishcloth gift bin, or I might just start using it. I don't know, but that's done. Okay, another one, you guys, I finished because we went out on our boat yesterday. Such a good day. Such a good day. We've not taken the boat out in years, and so like there really weren't any hiccups with it. A little bit at the beginning, but once we got it going, like it was amazing. It was so good, you guys. Much needed boat day just with the fan, and we just all got to hang out. My kids wanted to take dad out on the boat for Father's Day. So just kind of making that a priority. So I had my socks in this waterproof bag, and I finished them. It was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so kind of each way, I guess. Like, and then I knit on the boat, not a lot on the boat, but I did knit a little bit on the boat. And then, so when I jumped into the lake, I have contacts in. So we docked our boat at a dock basically. And there weren't a lot of boats out there. There's like a invasive mussel kind of issue, I guess, in the Sacramento River, maybe. I don't know, but not a lot of people are out on the boats because you have to go through a whole check thing, which we had previously done. My husband had actually previously had the boat checked out, and then you put a tag on it, wait 30 days, etc., etc. And then now every time we pull out of the lake, they tag it so that they know we just came from that lake kind of thing. Anyways, so the lake was very quiet yesterday, and so we pulled up on this dock. There were only two other boats, and there was a slide to go into the lake. It was so fun. We all went down the slide a couple times. But anyways, I had to take out my contacts after I got out because lake water like that, it could actually really cause some severe eye infections if you keep your contacts in. So I couldn't put any in until I could really wash my hands. So the rest of the family went shooting, but I didn't because I didn't have my contacts in. But while they were shooting, I was in the car knitting. So, it was a pretty good situation. Anyways, so I finished my Lang twin socks. These are for my husband. I just finished these today. All I had left was a few rows on the toes. And so we went out this morning with one of my other daughters. So we met them about 45 minutes away. So I was able to finish those this morning. My husband is so excited. He's like, do I get to wear them today, this weekend? And I'm like, okay, let me podcast and then you can wear them. So that's another reason for my podcast today, because he wants to wear these socks. You guys, I absolutely love how they just fade from color to color. The only thing that I'm not crazy on, well, two things, is after you do the heel, this is such an abrupt change. I guess maybe I could have started the heel, if I had started it maybe here, then the change wouldn't have been as abrupt. But my husband doesn't care. Then the other thing is that once I got to the heel and I finished the leg, I kind of realized that I was not at the same point in the colors. So one of these is a couple rows shorter in the leg just to try to play catch up with that. But you can really tell like at the end, at the toe, that there's more yellow in this sock than this sock. It's really not a big deal. Like, I don't know. It bothers me a little bit, but not enough to do anything about it. And my husband doesn't care. But you guys, I did want to show you guys the last time that I podcasted and showed you guys these, I was right here. Only on this sock. So I got all the way to there, or finished this sock, and then did a whole nother sock. I cast this one on when I was in Tahoe, in like in Incline Village, and then once I got over to Genoa, Minden area, I did the heels concurrently. I'm gonna have to show you guys how I do that sometimes, but I really like that method because then the heels are exact, which I love. But anyways, these socks are done, off the needles. I could not be happier with them. My husband absolutely loves them and is eager to wear them. He wears his socks year round, especially like if we're going to church or if he's going to work, he will wear them year round. Okay, those are my finished projects, my finished objects. Let me show you guys some other progress that I made this week. Okay, I picked up my alignment throw. I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to. I really wanted to get the whole cross done, but I am just a little bit shy of that. So this is the progress that I made on the cross. I did show you guys in the last podcast, I did share with you guys where the color scheme is going. So if you're curious about that, just watch last week's episode. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have like 3.5 more repeats before this is done. So super, super quick. And then like I will be knitting a strip of this here. So it goes across, and then a strip of just the cream, the bare yarn, then another cross, and then so on and so forth. Yeah, go check out last week's podcast, or last week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so that's where I ended on that. But it was super fun to pick it up again. Every time I pick it up, I am just more motivated to work on it. I really love it. Okay, and then this guy here, this was the last one that I showed you where this stitch marker is, or progress keeper. And I've done 3 squares this week, which is not as much as I would have liked to have worked on, but that's just how it is, how it ended up. So these 3 squares, which are the last of the ones that my son picked out. But I picked out the next like 5 or something. So he told me, he's like, you pick it out, Mom. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pick it out. I'm gonna move my progress keeper to this green one here so that I know what I have already showed you guys for next time. So, all right, we are cruising right along here. That, oh, I think the tank is the last thing that I brought with me. So I brought 5 projects. I think the last time that we talked, I got a little hair. Okay, the last time that we talked, I said I was going to bring 6 projects with me, which was another stripy sock. And I actually ended up not bringing it because I'm at the point where I need to figure out who these socks are for. If they are for my son-in-law, then I need to make them a lot longer. If they are for my daughter or somebody else, then they're about done. So I can't really keep working on it. And the way that the yarn ball is wound, I couldn't really start another pair of socks either. So it's good, it's fine. Okay, so this is my Lila top. I think I just got about 1 repeat done on this. So not a lot, but these are long rows, so it does take a while. Let's So it's coming along. It feels little, but I think once it's blocked, it'll be just fine, honestly. I may not actually do the little straps. It has an I-cord strap. I may not actually do that until I block it and see how long I want that. You know, I just was watching a Lovely Yarns podcast and she was wearing this tank and I kind of was thinking like, maybe that's where I got the original idea to make this tank. I can't remember. I don't know how long she's had hers. But I'm really enjoying this project. I'm making it on the Morocco Remix Light. Sorry, there. This is my new podcast spot and the window is right here. So some things kind of get blown out, but let me show you. This is where I'm at with this first ball of yarn. And I really kind of thought that I would barely get into this one, but it looks like I definitely will get into this one quite a bit. So I should probably go ahead and wind this one up. I don't like pulling from this style of skein. I like winding them up. It might sound a little bit funny, but okay, why do I have two ends here? Maybe one goes to the center. Oh yeah, that's it. One comes from the center. Okay. Anyways, Leela top, you guys. I'm really enjoying working on this. But I have something else in mind for this week. And so a lot of these projects are going to just kind of simply have to be on hold, which is totally fine. I wanted to share, before I tell you guys my future plans, I went to a yarn store in Minden, Nevada called the Woolly Llama. Ooh, let me see. I have their card. Here we go. The owner's name is Ronica, and she is a lovely, lovely woman. We got to talk. So I went in kind of a little sheepishly, shyishly, I don't know, just to kind of check it out. I didn't bring my knitting in with me. I just came in to kind of shop and check it out. I had been there before, loved the store, and there were three ladies sitting around the table and they were all knitting. And I'm like, oh, is this your knitting group? And she's like, oh, just, whoever wants to come and knit. They're like, there was an empty seat and they're like, hey, come join us. I'm like, actually, I think I will. So I was talking with these three ladies. They were so, so kind, nice. Like, it was just really fun to see what they were working on, just to talk with them and get to know them a little bit. And I was talking with Ronica was doing some work stuff, but she was kind of there talking with everybody as well. And I had mentioned one of the things that I really want to do this year is I want to do some pop-ups or trunk shows. And Ronica said, you should do one here. I'm like, are you like, really? Like, are you kidding? And so I think we still need to work out all the details, but it's looking like I'm going to do a trunk show there, or like a pop-up during the Sierra Nevada Yarn Crawl, which is in September 10th through the 13th. So I don't know what days I will be there. I'm not sure if I'll be there every day or just pick a couple days, but we still have to work out all the details. But that's so fun. You guys, that's so fun. Like, and just all from just talking with people, and there was no, like, it just happened all organically. There was like no intent for that at all. And it was just so fun and was very encouraging to me as well. But here are all of the yarn shops that are part of the yarn crawl. Yeah. So that's in September. I'm really excited about that, you guys. But while I was there, of course, I purchased something. So I don't think I've ever used this brand before. It's called Universal Yarn Uni Merino. It's just this like kind of this bottle green, I think is kind of what they call it. I really, really like this. It's kind of a muted green, emerald green. I don't know. It's called Ivy. That's the color name. But I felt like it was pretty reasonable. It was $15.50. Fingering weight, superwash, and nylon. Superwash merino, and so 75/25 superwash merino nylon. But I thought that this would be fun to do a pair of socks for my son-in-law. I thought it'd be fun to try. Yeah. So that's what I bought there. More to come as the ideas and information progresses. I'll keep you guys in the loop. The other thing that I got in the mail, because I am part of the Homespun House Patreon tier where you get 3 10-gram minis every month, and mine always come really, really late. So this here is May's. Yeah, so this is May's. So she sends May's Patreon out at the beginning of June. And then because I'm in the States and she's in Germany, I get it very late. So these are the 3 colors, which are pretty fun. I typically add these to my son's blanket. There's 10 grams here, so I only use about half. And then I think I will go back through and reuse like all the colors again. But these are honeysuckle. I think this one here is fishbowl. My guess is this would be honeysuckle and this would be peach mallow. That's my best guess. But those are the 3 Patreon minis that I get every month, and I just take the tags off kind of immediately and pop them in my bowl or my canister that I have for these. So. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. This is my Homespun House canister. So you can see we are working through it as well. But typically what happens when my son picks out the colors is, because it would kind of make sense to maybe put these on the bottom so that the older ones get used. But honestly, when I take this to him, I have a big wooden bowl of minis and then this of minis. And so I take the wooden bowl and I take this and I pour it out on the table just so that he can pick and choose whatever, so that all of these are very easily accessible to him. And then he picks his colors. So but I talk about this all the time, you guys. I store most of my yarn in canisters, in glass jars that have like a suction kind of lid to prevent harm from critters, basically. So yeah, not fun. This is one of my favorite canisters to look at. I got all of these canisters at a garage sale. I don't even know. I have a whole bunch that are the same. I think that they are, they're a Threshold, so it's a Target brand. I don't know if you can still get them at Target, but I got all mine at a garage sale. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so what am I going to be working on this next week that I'm kind of pausing everything? I'm just trying to get comfy here, so. Okay, let's see. So 2 things kind of came together that just matched perfectly. So while I was at the Woolly Llama yarn store, they were discussing this upcoming class with the yarn and all of this stuff that they are doing. And I saw what they were making and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So cute. But really, do I have a need to make this item? I don't know. Well, then my niece and her daughter, husband, and new baby came over last night. And she was telling me that her daughter is really, really into ducks, birds, chicks, all of that kind of thing. And then I'm like, yep, I have to do it. the project that they're doing classes at the Woolly Llama. So if you live near the Woolly Llama, go check it out for sure. This class is going to be so fun. It is the pattern Silly Goose. I'll pop it up here. Look at how cute this this goose is, you guys. It is so cute, like floppy, soft, cute. I love it. So I think that the Woolly Llama, I think that they're using the Barocco light, like the Remix light held double in like a white and a yellow. So I think that that's what they're doing for this kit. But I got to thinking about it, and I really wanted to do something that was very, very machine washable friendly, because it's for her daughter. Like, I mean, she's 1. So I am going to use Dishy. You guys, I have lots of Dishy. So I'm going to use Dishy. I just donated as a prize for our knitting retreat the yellow that I would normally use for the beak and the feet, but it's totally okay. I think I'm going to just use like a taupe brown. So I'm using like a cream colored for the body, and then like a taupe brown, I think, for the feet and the beaks. Let me just go grab them. Hold on. Okay. So I hope that this is enough. It's worsted weight, 190 yards. I think I have more of this as well. I think I do. So Knit Picks Dishy with this like taupey color. I think it'll be so cute. And I love that I can use my stash. That is the hope, that I can use my stash. So, and maybe I should mention that this needs to be done in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 5 days. I see them again on Tuesday, but then I'll see them again for sure on Thursday. Her kids and my grandson are all gonna play together. So I'm gonna go and hang out with them and see them as they are all newer walkers and hanging out and everything. Super excited about that, you guys. But I just feel like I want to get this done by Thursday so that I can give it to her. They don't live close by. So anytime I can gift something to them, like personally, I just think it's really fun. So I'm hoping to even get it started like in the next hour or so. I have a few chores to do, and then I want to sit down and get started on it. So we'll see how that all goes. Okay, you guys, that's all I have to share with you guys. That's like under 30 minutes, so that feels pretty good. I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. I hope you guys got some relaxing time as you guys were listening and watching me on this podcast. We're doing good. We're still podcasting, trying to weekly. I have one to edit right now, and then and then I'll be editing this one and getting this out to you guys as well. So thanks, you guys, for joining me. It was so fun sharing everything with you guys, and we'll see you all next week.